Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming. Welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, the Round Robin Series, episode 4. Today we're going to be focusing on city building. And fixing other people's mistakes. All jokes aside. Right, so this is the series that was made by lovely Kaya Maya, lovely Kachib. Yes, you're lovely, we love you. Frankie as well. And of course, my humble existence over here. Right, so we have, I'm just going to quickly cover what we have in this, the French Revolution, Socialist Revolution in France series. We have the socialist development of the French Republic. Let's call it French Socialist Republic. Let's not. I'm just going to call it like that. That way there's no official name at the moment. But yeah, we started with a couple of things. I'm going to just go and press the map button here because I'm going to need to find the traitor that is Frankie, who is started cooperating with the enemy on the south. Maybe it's a conversion, maybe it's a covert operation or something. I'm not really sure. But Frankie is doing some weird stuff in the south, which actually we can open up with it. No. Let's go chronologically. So Kaya opened up with building a couple of construction offices. As we can find here, are they all construction offices? No, one of them is depot at least. No, a few of them are depots. Definitely distribution office would be a lovely thing to have, and we do. Usually what I do is only build one truck for field deliveries because that's the route they need to do, and I put two dumper trucks, big MAZ MZ dumper trucks to deliver gravel, which I don't like my gravel trucks to wait on the border crossing. At the moment this is not a problem, but in the future it might. But since we started with the construction industries from the get-go, Kaya started with it. She started constructing the gravel quarry, and processing the gravel, as you can see over here. It looks like we are doing a decent job with that, with automation building this. So we will not have a problem with gravel. So my way of starting things is definitely not relevant for this episode, which usually I like to stock my materials. But other materials, I will say again, for big constructions like let's say your cities, and once we have the big miss, not a big miss, but something that I noticed, I usually use the beginning 7 construction offices to build another 7 construction offices, absolutely as a must, as a first thing. And of course, as stats taught me at least, the first building you need to construct is a fire department, and we are lacking several of them. Cheap started building one right, I think about here. So as you can see, fire station being constructed, absolutely glorious thing. Thank you for this. This is something that we definitely need to finish. But I would like to say that the most important thing for us now is to expand the construction offices, because this is not going to get us too far. There's not enough vehicles here to deliver all the concrete that is awaiting for us to be built. As soon as these little roads are done connecting to these big buildings, all hell is gonna break loose, and we're gonna have to have so many trucks, so much gravel, so much construction materials. All of this stuff is gonna be in enormous quantities required for upgrading everything, infrastructure. You saw yourself how long it took us to upgrade the roads and stuff, and how much materials. So definitely I advise, and I'm going to be focusing for the expansion of the construction offices. I will just build them. I will not set them up because we still didn't discuss properly. Do we just leave everything on automation, everybody to build everything? Because I usually specialize my construction offices, I will not do the same over here. I will go and stick to, like we agreed, to the vanilla buildings. And let me see if I can find where would I be removing the vanilla buildings from here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna just stick to my best knowledge, what the vanilla buildings are, and my guidelines is the green arrows. Everything that's a green arrow, that's a mod, and we're gonna avoid using it. I will start doing the construction offices. I will just try to rationalize what am I doing, just for my colleagues if they are watching. Hopefully they are this video. So why am I doing things? What is my train of thought? And then we can correct our courses going going on from there. So my plan is, we have these industries, and I have to say that I believe that these are too close to the city. If this is going to be a city center, this intersection, which might not be, city is even closer, the town, village is even closer to the industrial area here, well, construction industries area. I still believe that some pollution might be affecting us, so I will just say that this is where we decided the pollution goes. And the problem that I'm seeing right here is the water is going to have to be dumped somewhere, so this is the closest one. I will leave this to Cheap, maybe Kaya if she wants to do it, but sewage needs to be built from the city center to the closest river. Seine, before 20 years ago I heard that very bad things about Seine River, but apparently now it's very clean. But dumping in Seine River in 1970s, it's perfectly fine. It's probably going to be cleaner than it is before. All jokes aside, viva la France. Right, so my opinion here that this industrial area shouldn't expand in this direction anymore because it's gonna be creating some pollution and maybe taking valuable space. So I believe that cities or city would be expanded in this direction. I'm just say, I'm gonna try, yeah, that's the westward. So this is north-south. So it would be expanding westwards. Luckily we start next to Belgian border because good beer is on the other side of the border, right there. Not where we are, on the other side. Thank you, Belgians. Only for that, though. We'll talk about the rest of the things. On the bright side, I'm looking at the height elevation here, and even if we need to dig a hole for the sewage and some such, I don't think it's gonna be problematic. Just a suggestion, wink wink, for my colleagues. But also building a pipe with several connections in between, my suggestion, just so we can attach other sewages of potential industries or whatever we need, wouldn't be the worst idea. So we leave the Seine River as it is, put a sewage over here, and then have a couple of connections going to the city center. But like I said previously, I would like to focus on expanding our construction area, construction industries, starting with construction offices. My personal opinion, and I'm proven to be wrong many times, is that you cannot have enough construction offices in the beginning. The sea of construction offices is needed to go all in with the industries that you need. Also, I will leave this to my colleagues while recording the round robin series as I am, to upgrade this to asphalt if they see fit. I will go for industrial areas to have gravel, potentially, maybe not very often panel road, but I like a gravel road. Usually why I like it, for all the wrong reasons, to be honest, from the beginning, is because of the vehicles. Asphalt roads are not needed early in the game. Now bear in mind we are starting 1970, and my knowledge of starting at this period is quite limited. So starting in let me just because it's my recording, because I'm doing this, let me prioritize my construction, continue construction, there we go, so we can focus on that. And Kaya would be the next one playing after me. Hopefully she's gonna put these construction offices, one for now, I will make more, to a good use. So there we go. We will need more dumper trucks, we will need more of everything. I will just double check. I watched the videos that Kaya made, how she likes to separate the vehicles. You can see that we have dumpers 2, 4 and 3. We have a couple of road depots with a lot of dumper trucks. I'm perfectly fine with small dumper trucks, by the way. I think every truck has a purpose in the game. I am not sure if the game automatically decides, well, if there's a truck with 25-ton capacity and there's a road that needs 0.5 tons of gravel, that it will send the biggest truck it has. Hopefully it's going to send the fastest, or the one that is closest with the capacity. I don't know if the game works like that, but I will go and assign these, I will create as many construction offices as I can see that we're gonna be needing them here. So we have here mechanism construction office. I would assume that this is transport of the excavators and bulldozers. I like to separate excavators and bulldozers because excavators are sometimes sent to do the road construction, which they're absolutely way too slow to do so, and excavators, they have their own purpose in the game. Okay, so continuing on, I'm gonna go and plan a couple of these construction offices. I will do a little bit of a Oolykee moment here, and something that I believe it was Pickle Babushka who said on my channel, that why don't you put, I believe so, sorry if I'm false claiming something, but I believe it was Pickle Babushka who said that why don't you put the vehicle what's it called, what's am I call it, the repair station. Yes, vehicle repair station. Wow, Oolykee is slow today. Why don't you put a vehicle repair station in the middle? By the way, if you see me pressing F1 too often, I don't care. I like grids. I know a lot of people don't like me when I use grids, but my problem. I would like to make it as I don't know, as nice as possible. I would like to think that it's nice. I mean, look at the nice cities in the world. The New York City, a lot of later built Soviet cities like Pripyat, well, a lot of cities. They're built in a grid pattern. I don't know if people still believe that this is the best way of the building the cities, if it's the most efficient. Some people say circular cities, but I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm just going to go for the grid cities that previously shown to be a good way of constructing things. I will try to adopt the construction offices to the currently existing grid. So currently existing infrastructure that is in place. I will mirror this one. Actually, you know what? I will not mirror this one. Let's do it this way. Whoop. That's not the one that I wanted. So let's go F1. This doesn't allow us to do a lot of... let's see if we can do the bulldozing here. No, we don't even have a free bulldozer. That is fine because we can place the building. It might have later on a little bit of overlap with the dirt. I don't like that, but I don't want to deal with the bulldozers now because we have limited space in our construction offices and depots, and plus there's a lot of stuff that is being done at the moment. So yeah, let's just ignore that. Luckily, Oolykee's road is being prioritized here, as it should. Oolykee for the president of socialist France. No, absolutely out of the question. I like to get shit done. So we have the grid again. I'm gonna go for the next construction office now. Feel free. I'm straight away saying to my colleagues recording the videos, feel free to remove all of this stuff that I'm making over here. All these construction offices, not construction offices, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need them, but if you don't see this as a viable option for us to have a centrally located repair station like I did here, feel free to change this. I am perfectly flexible here. I'm gonna just pause for a second because I think I would like to play with the roads a little bit. Let's do it like this, and then let's do like this, and then let's do, I will shut up now. Like this, bang, 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 and something like this. I think it would be nice. Intersection on this bend. This is close to the city as well. I will just go for gravel road here and unpause just so we continue doing stuff. And again, 3 construction offices and this depot I'm gonna leave that it's not being built, so let it be. There we go. Depot, I'm gonna leave that to my colleagues if they want to finish this, building this or not. If it's still standing here when it's my turn to shine, I will definitely build this road repair station. I think it's decently out of the way, so even if it's repairing vehicles going to the border crossing, they can stop here and work. But this is something that I do. I still like to do it, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is, but I'm always open to better suggestions from my colleagues. Okay, usually I go with 9 construction offices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 construction offices. That would be a road construction, sorry, footpath construction vehicle. This is only for footpaths, very small dumper trucks and small buses that go and build the roads, usually footpaths. I'm just going to demonstrate this. Usually footpaths do not require vast amounts of gravel. In this case, only 5.8 tons. You don't want big trucks delivering this gravel, and small trucks, if they have to go twice, so be it. Footpath office is something that I really believe in. Some of these houses I really don't like because they are very low quality of living, and people, even if they live in these houses, I'm not sure how happy they would be. But I also am very much in favor of preserving the original infrastructure of the map. So we'll see where we're gonna go from here with this. So this is Kachib's project, and of course, if anybody else wants to do it, I will just very much enjoy seeing him upgrade all of this. I thought initially when he started his episode that he's going to be leveling this nice vineyards and olive groves, but looks like he has a bigger plan for this, so I'm absolutely going to leave him to do this. I will do something different. I will build a new part of the city. I'm going to assume that this is essentially located. I think this is going to be small hell for us, so guys, Kachib, Kaya, Frankie, I think this is going to be hell because traffic here is going to be in many different intersections. I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I didn't see the explanation of this, but if this is vanilla, that somebody built this like this, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. Just my 2 cents on this. I will leave this one alone. I will now go and design the different part of the city. Unfortunately, I am pretty sure that my way of doing the small super blocks, Barcelona type super blocks, will not be welcomed here because there's many mods involved in this. Usually it's Robs's ones. Why I disagree, why I like using raw mods. First of all, they're better quality than vanilla. Visually and also more effective. They don't have road connections going to them, and this is absolute must for me. The road doesn't need to go to the apartment building, so yeah. Unless they have a huge, like we have in the city where I used to go to college, city of Osijek, you have a biggest part of the city or tallest buildings called Sjenjak. It does have road going to the building. Why is it so? Because building itself is designed that it has big skips for trash. You had the central trash chutes where people throw the trash and they go directly in these skips. And the truck goes to the building to collect them, but none of these buildings actually have a skip capacity of 6.5 tons of trash, but they all have small trash, so there's no reason for them to be having the there's no reason for them to be having the road connection to go to the building. One other thing I'm gonna say here for my colleagues watching this, we need to be careful about the industrial areas. We have a pollution generation over there, and fear not, this creates decent amount of pollution. The second thing, we're gonna have a coal processing over here, which is again close to the city center. I just noticed now that we have additional construction offices here. This is severely inadequate, I have to say. Well, I think we're going to have way more than this. I will continue constructing 3 of these construction offices plus these 2 that we have. They will serve us well for what we are building at the moment here, but we are getting snookered with the pollution on these 2 sides. So people in here, I'm just going to go and measure the distances from the city center to the closest buildings here. It's going to be 400 meters. This is people living in this part of the city are going to be affected already by pollution, depending on the percentage with which the industries are operating. So yeah, it would be, I mean, it's too late now, but it would be either removing these industries towards the Seine River, because this is where the sewage pollution is going to be generated. But yeah, we played the cards we were dealt with. So I was considering building a new part of the city close to the central part of the city, but further from the pollution. So now obviously this is going to be a little bit on a denser side, so I'm just going to put my 2 cents here and expect a lot of 90-degree angles, some of them 45 degrees, 135 as well, but more or less it's going to be something like that. Okay, so we're going to need big buildings. I would like to think that this city is not going to be few hundred people. You know what, maybe it will. I watched Cheap's video recently and he mentioned that that potentially this is a starting city where we're going to get the population to work in some of the industries here. The coal ore mining and processing, that does require quite few people. So yeah, just a heads up on that. This is gonna require quite significant amount. I think 200. Let's just double check. We're gonna have fossil fuels here. This one has 220 people, and then processing plant, which is probably vanilla, the only vanilla we have. It's another 15. That would be 235 times 3, 645 people. 600 and 700 people. Yeah. 235 times 3 is 705 people only to work in this coal industry at maximum production, which probably we're going to aim for. So this city is already going to have 700 people, and to sustain 700 people you're going to need a few hundred more working in police and hospital and everything. Also, I totally see this being over 1,000 people city. So I'm going to assume that the higher rise buildings are definitely welcomed. So I would like to start with not really this one. I think it's a little bit too wide, maybe narrower. A couple of these towers close by to the city center. I will plan for these like this. Again, Oolykee is a master of 90 degrees, so having let's say triplets, the fertility of our new city, we're gonna go with triplets. I'm gonna go for gravel. I'm gonna go for gravel roads straight away. I'm gonna go and do all the grid stuff that everybody hates. So I'm gonna do it like this, and I think I would like to let's do it. Let's do it like this. Is it gonna be like that? It's gonna be like that. I'm gonna have to connect it straight away. That's fine. Directly to this. I think we can do it with all of the buildings. So this is going to give us enough people for 600 people. If we're going to expand the city further, which I don't think I will go any further than the initial 3 buildings, just so my colleagues can go and double check all the idiocracy that I did, so you know they can sanity check me. I will just do it like this, build these. And Oolykee likes to, this is obviously going to be like, oh, my bad. Let's go like this, because it's there. And then I'm gonna do the cheaty thing, please guys. If you see, this is probably gonna be finished by the time my colleagues are doing the videos. Please remove these mud roads. I'm only connecting them so the footpaths can be constructed while I'm recording this. And if I don't remove these mud roads, please remove them for me. This also needs to be connected all the way here, and unfortunately I'm just gonna do, I forgot, is there a button that I can mass select all of this stuff to be constructed? And by the way, yes, I will turn this on. This is all of this is turned on, so the citizens will not be purchased or set to be living here. So this needs to be enabled after the residential buildings are being built. So this is a decent amount of people. 600, I believe it's 600. Let me just double check. It's 180 times 3. That would be 560, right? 540. Sorry, 540 people, which is not enough to work in the mines, but definitely it's going to be enough for the basic stuff that we're gonna need around here. Let me just check if we have any decent connections to the university as well. We can do it like this. Oh, this is way better quality footpath than I would like to have here. I would like my colleagues, Kaya initially. I'm not telling her to do anything here. I'm just saying, if you by any chance remember what we did here, feel free to remove the mud roads. Don't forget that sometimes it can be finicky to remove some of the roads so they can destroy any adjacent roads. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and allow all these footpaths to be built. I should probably put them as a higher priority as well, because the history demands it. The history demands it. I will, sorry about that, I will be doing off-screen work for a couple of months. Any changes, I will definitely show you guys everything that's happening, but I would like to prioritize my constructions at the moment with whatever we have now. There we go. This one, yeah, let's put it as a higher priority as well. And do I want to do anything else? This is a decent step forward. I totally missed, sorry guys, I totally missed that you build these 2 construction offices. 3 of them being here. This is not, oh, by the way, I didn't mention it, but this is how I envisioned it. Since this is going to be the city or city center, that we will have eventually some form of bypasses. So these construction offices will not go through the city center and bother anybody here. Next step, I straight away see that we're missing is distribution offices for delivery of food and the other materials that we're gonna need in the city. I will build one of those. So this is the infrastructure related things. We're gonna go for distribution office vanilla. Okay, let's go with medium then, if we're gonna stick to vanilla. I will park them close to this. I can even do it this way. No, I'll do it this way. We can park them close to the this repair station. Again, I'm just doing this for my own sake. If you guys see that this is not ideal, let me know in the comments section, and my colleagues will definitely express their opinions about this monstrosity that I'm building here. So distribution office over here. Now these roads, that just because they're a little bit longer, fear not, you always compensate this with the amount of vehicles you have. And once you have asphalt roads and 80-90 km/h vehicles, the roads are not a big deal. I will go and connect this because it's a separate distribution office. We will definitely need more distribution offices. I will plan straight away for another one. So if we go for the... Oh, we have distribution offices. Son of a gun. I usually am used to playing the realistic mode, and you don't have distribution offices until you research them. So yeah, that's kudos. Nice start. So let's go for this, and let's go and build more distribution offices like so. I was thinking that the best part would be if I actually thought in the future and connected it to this road, but Oolykee is not the sharpest tool in a shed. But on the other hand, we can have the storage area over here, which we definitely going to need. So let's see if I can plan for the storage area as well. So this is going to be, we have a train connections here. If we decide to go for trains from Belgium, we can have on the left hand side here road cargo station. We're gonna tee the sucker. Actually, oh yeah, we need to tee the sucker, yeah. Let's tee the sucker like this. Again, grid is everything. Grid is life. Greedy is the life. And we have a distribution office here that's going to be connected to 2 storages. Luckily, oh, let me see it before I say luckily. Oh, luckily Rob's storages are part of vanilla now, so Frankie cannot... Frankie will be happy that we can actually make these. Well, I will be happy that we can make these because big fan of Rob's work. Okay, so we have another, let's put a little bit more distance here because I would like, this is Oolykee's thing. I always make this a little bit longer so mechanism can finish this, so we don't need to use people force. And this is another thing that I wanted to say to my colleagues. This you won't see this in Oolykee's Let's Plays or anything. These things like shorter roads than 21 meters, they are absolutely not necessary in the game. Remove them as soon as possible. If the let me start some of the construction here. So the roads that are longer than 25 meters are only ones that are viable. Here, for example, we need rollers for asphalt. Do we have rollers? Oh, my bad. Let's see. From here, we have pavers. We have rollers. We only have 1 roller. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna need more rollers here. This is construction office with the cranes. Road cranes, absolutely glorious. Road cranes are quite efficient. Not beautiful as the normal cranes, but they are quite efficient. Okay, anything else I would like to do here? We have, these are dumpers. Again, like I said to Kaya, like I said in the beginning, just a little note for Kaya. It doesn't matter if the dumpers have a smaller capacity, they still transport stuff, and putting them in production as soon as possible is probably the best thing we can do. I know that there's a construction office over here. This is not named, but I'm pretty sure that this is mechanism, that we have the open hull trucks. These are dumper trucks, yeah. These are dumper trucks. I will just transport 4 more vehicles here just so we can speed up the construction. So I'll go for these zills and put them in this one. And let me just see if they have everything assigned. Everything is assigned to the customs house, yes. I will also do a little bit of, not Cheap's work, absolutely it's not his job to do so, but something that he pointed out with fire station, and he said that he doesn't feel comfortable not having a fire station. I will just do something like this. I think it's decent. And I will just give this one a go like this. Let's go all the way. And unpause and continue construction. 144 tons of gravel. That's a lot of gravel. And this is not the only construction that we have, guys. This is just one of many construction we're gonna have. So dumper trucks, yes, we have several dumper truck construction offices here. We need to make that exponential. It needs to go. We need like 20 dumper trucks at least, and that would be like 12-ton dumper trucks. But anyway, I will leave this one alone. There's a lot of stuff happening here with water treatment. This is the water well. Personally, this water well is too close to the water treatment. I believe Cheap, when he was placing the water well, there was nothing around it, and then in the meantime everything was built around it. This quality of water is going to be, I don't know, I'm just assuming here, pulling the numbers out of my rear end. This is going to be 90% or less, which is absolutely great. 94-95% is the best water, but if you put it in they will use just slightly more chemicals, but still nevertheless more chemicals. So if this the pumping station was built here, this is again my experience, I'm not sure, I might be wrong, comment sections kill my enthusiasm. If you build this one in the middle of just a green field, the water is going to be way cleaner. I do not know how much this pollutes as well, and how much is this going to influence our water quality, but I would put this water pumping station more further away from this, at least for the length of the water catchment area. But this is just my 2 cents, and I've been proven wrong many times. This here, these guys, I love that we're mixing them with wood and electricity hoses, but once we build one substation, before every substation substation similar to every transformer station, we should build switches. Oh wait, is that a switch? That's a switch. We should build switches, not in the cities, but just because of this, we should be building switches. So I would cut this. Do we need electricity here? We do not need electricity for fuel. We do not, we do have, what do we have here? We have trucks, but there's no, we have 2 trucks. This is what I believe Frankie built. It is covering something, part of the village where we are at the moment, and part of the Paris, Arc de Triomphe. Anyway, part of Paris, and it doesn't have people. It doesn't matter how many trucks you have. If you don't have people working here, that's gonna be on you. Let me see how many people can work here. We can have 34 people. Usually I like to have half of that, so that would be 17. So 17 people. We do not have such a small buses, but I will go and contribute with my 2 cents to buses, and then we're gonna go for total capacity. Again, we have 32. I'm afraid that this one is gonna come second time when, you know what, I'm just gonna go for this one. I'm gonna go for this bus, and this bus obviously has only two things to do. Well, go to the border, get people. I will try to get non-educated people, so we save a little bit of money, and then go all the way here. We do have, I think guys, Kachib and Kaya and Frankie are doing a great job with fueling infrastructure, but the first thing you build after your construction offices, we will need to replace this with a proper fuel station. We do have electricity, so there's no reason for us not to have fuel station right over here. So well, somewhere around here. I prefer vanilla stations here just because in regards to comparable to Robs's one, just because they have 10 tons more fuel. No other reason. Big fan of Robs's, but just the fuel capacity. I will be generous with distance from the next building, I will build asphalt road over here, and because I think we're gonna need it eventually, I will go for a constructed and higher priority because it's my playthrough, so suffer. But I'm fully expecting to finish all my projects on my footpaths. I'm expecting to finish all of that, and yeah, so anything else I want to add? I don't think so. Okay. What I'm going to do now is focus on finishing some of the buildings that I have. I'm going to do that off screen. I will construct all of those and leave it to my colleagues. Oh, definitely we're missing here the... definitely we're missing another storage. This is the warehouse. I believe this is the first warehouse. We need open storage warehouse as well. I would like us to have open storage warehouse. This is the vehicles and containers. We do not have... Wait, wasn't it Rob's supposed to have... Yeah, Rob's has it, but they didn't allow it in the game. Medium, open storage, small. This one has only 330 tons of steel. That's way too little. We have open storage for free. I will not do that. I will have to put this one, even though I hate it because of the rail infrastructure. Why do we have to have a rail infrastructure? I will tee the soccer in the opposite direction. I will feng shui... Oh no, it's rotate in this direction. Like this, if we decide to have a rail infrastructure, is gonna be nicely connected, and if we decide not to have it, doesn't matter then. We need to connect this with a road. I will do that. So my job for the rest of the day is to think around with potential replacement for the free fuel stations, potential replacement for the construction offices, and just in case, my colleagues, if you think that we're not gonna need these construction offices, I'm actually putting my foot down. We will need all of these construction offices for this city and for the industries around this city. Yeah. And later on we can just recycle them with demolition office if we need to. Anyway, I will hopefully finish the residential buildings, finish the construction offices, and today is 1st of July. Come on, 4th of July, Independence Day in the United States. Anyway, see you back when all of this is done. Right, update. We are at 17th of January. I'm still finishing the projects, my own, slowly finishing the Chiefs projects as well. I connected university with the road. I'm gonna repeat a couple of things straight away. These buildings are set that nobody can move in, so if people need to be moved in, this needs to be ticked. And also the rest of them also don't have any citizens to be purchased, so if we need people to live in these buildings, things need to be done. What else do I want to say? The fire station is ready to be finished, all good, it just needs a workforce. I built one of the free bus and crane depots that we're using. I'm still missing a crane here. Let's do this one and assign it to this one because this is not how it's supposed to be. Looks like Kaya is using similar system like I do, similar, not the same, that these construction offices are used with automation off and they're manually assigned to constructions, which I did here. A couple of things that is not functioning at the moment, that will be the gravel production because the trash cans are full. I am building and finishing the container stand, both here and both over here next to the concrete plant and the asphalt plant. They need to be finished. They can take the waste, but I'm not taking care of the waste at the moment. I potentially, what I'm suggesting that we do for trash, just to pile it somewhere, I'm gonna go and see what vanilla offers because I rarely use, well, let's see if this is vanilla now or not. No, we have the dump medium, dump free. So medium dump, it's quite simple to make. So usually I use Rob's dumps that are absolutely ginormous, which is realistic because 2700 or 270 tons of mixed waste, more can fit on this. Like this is joke shop. So yeah, just a personal little quirk of mine. We do have bigger ones over here, but these are rail ones, and I'm not sure if you guys see fit, if my colleagues see fit, that this is the best thing we can do. We can maybe go for it. But this will give us additional space for us to actually have the processing of the gravel. All the gravel is being imported because this doesn't work anymore due to the canastory mixed waste. And in order to have the full productivity, we need to supply it with water, which Chib and Kaya are kind enough to already start doing this. We have the new construction office finished, so I did redistributed some of the, here we have dumpers and concrete mixers, so I called it only dumpers. This is, I'm not sure, please rename it, but open haul transport. This is open hull and cover hull as well, by the way, but I call it open hull transport, so they're fine as they are, so I don't mind doing that. And the third one is being finished as we speak. Well, it requires some materials to be delivered. You can see that we finished the distribution, the road cargo station. We do have the storage building here. We need a distribution office, which I'm gonna start doing here. We need distribution office for importing stuff, so this is for fuel. This can be for fuel and bitumen. Source for this building should be the border crossing, and then deliver fuel and wink wink bitumen where it needs to be delivered. The other one is food and stuff distribution, but I warmly suggest not to use it from the border crossing. We need another distribution office that's going to be delivering stuff here. So straight away, boom, new distribution office. So if we go to the logistics distribution office, medium one, this one is already not already too big. I'm looking if we can squeeze it in here. Distribution office for imports should definitely be a bigger distribution office, so we can go for something like this. Oh, you're kidding me, this can actually fit in here? Oh no, it can't. Okay, my bad. Oh, it actually can. We can actually have it in the range of this this little building. Again, I really don't mind if we don't use, guys. If we don't use this building, I really don't mind, so go for it, go crazy. I'm gonna prioritize my stuff. Please deprioritize my stuff or do whatever you see fit with it. But at the moment, this repair station here, when it's finished, it has enormous amounts of vehicles in range, and when it's staffed with people, electricity, parts and everything else, it automatically fixes a lot of these vehicles. These vehicles, for me, on my Let's Plays, last for 40 years. Very, very long time. I will straight away say increase in the construction. Requirements for construction increases the border pressure, and this is where we come into problems with food supplies. Like if we choose the border crossing to be our food source, this can cause issues. We do need parallel delivery of materials here. So open hull, fine, this is for construction, not that important, but here food, meat, clothing and electronics absolutely must be here. I will just suggest to lower the amount of crops to 0. Chemicals are going to be important for the water purification. We don't need explosives at the moment. We do not need plastics as well, and the rest of the stuff we do need. Alcohol, food, clothes, electrical components, mechanical components, that's for construction, electronics for consumption, and usually what I put is the food here close to 50%. The other ones, as long as they're like over 20 tons, that would be chemicals. It's 18.7, so this is fine. 130 tons of food, yes, we need a lot of food. So this distribution office, this would be import distribution. That means that would be importing stuff only to here. So the distribution office with 2 points, one border crossing, the other one here. What it should have is the open hull stuff over here, like steel, bricks, prefab panels and boards, and then the rest of the stuff you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other stuff that is over here. So that would need, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 covered hull trucks, 6 open hull trucks, and you know, start importing stuff all of this stuff. 8 different things need to be imported with covered hull trucks. So yeah, this will also increase the pressure on the border, which is already relatively high. This is the worst border crossing in the game, the slowest one, just a heads up, because it takes such a long time for a vehicle to get to its bay, and the second vehicle doesn't even move until the first one is already in the bay. That's a little bit unrealistic, so yeah, this is what the developers decided to go with. To cover a couple more things, like I said, here I have buses and cranes 1 and 2. Please feel free to do with this whatever you want. I rebuilt one of the depots just so I can order our vehicles. I did order a couple of big KAMAZ big snowplow trucks. This is a temporary or free technical service that can be that is only used to clean to the town, not further. It's supposed to be cleaning the road in front of the border crossing rather than everything else. The next stop, let me just check here. We do have this one. Garbage container stand requires the materials, so we have buses too have some capacity. Let's see who can take capacity. All of this still requires some materials to be finished. Oh my god, seriously, 3 work days? So we're gonna waste a bus for 3 work days? Whatever. So Cheeb's fire station, ta-da! It should be finished shortly. I'm definitely gonna finish it myself. Apartment buildings are ready to be finished both, so the only thing left for me to do is to balance these things. So when the pub is gonna be finished, sorry about that. When the pub is going to be finished, when everything else is going to be finished, I need to balance on my own. So yeah, that's it. Cinema, I did not start with this yet. I'm gonna leave this to Cheap to either finish or remove these things. I'm kinda already started, so we don't need cinema here. Cinema can be on the edge of the city, for example. There's House of Culture that are vanilla as well, that I think are much better than the cinemas, so that would be this one. Again, this is Robs's building, no road connection to it, and it's properly sized. These cinemas, in my opinion, are too large. Just too much of a massive building and potentially expensive, but I don't want to go into that. Leaving this for Cheap to finish. Cheap's road here, yeah, suggestions, maybe just a friendly suggestions that these roads, I'm not sure if this is working as easy as I think, but maybe these kind of roads would be better suited here. These one-way roads as shortcuts to turning into the right lane here, so the cars don't lose speed. Just a suggestion here. If we put 2 lanes, trucks might leave, go into opposite lane, and then if we put this to be 2-lane road, in like one-way road with 2 lanes, trucks might switch to this lane and then this lane, and if we leave it in the both directions, the trucks from here might cut through. I personally, European here, roundabouts, if you need anything like that. But again, personally, in Soviet Republic, in Soviet times, the most realistic thing you can do, keep the vehicles out of the city. Just buses and what is relevant for people, keep them in the city. Bypasses, and then signs block the heavy traffic. Just let the heavy traffic go outside of the city. Right. I don't have anything else to add. I will cut it here. I will get back to you after we finished everything else that needs to be finished. You can see that this one also requires... here we go, delivering this one. Anyway, let's finish some of these buildings and some of the city buildings and be back with you in a few. Right, let's do a recap. First of all, let me Alt-Tab and see if I have everything set up here. How long the episode is going to be, I'm going to let you know. Recording this in several different segments, as you know, so just a heads up. Right, so we have the 47 minutes at the moment, plus whatever we get this segment on. You'll know how long it's gonna be, but at least I have everything about time that I would like to keep the episode to. Okay, so let's start with the border crossing. I removed all the construction offices, depots. We only have 1 depot. That's how much we need. I put all the vehicles in operation. Doesn't matter how big or small they are in 2 different depots at the moment. We have third one that I didn't name, so please feel free to name it, guys. Kaya, Frankie, and Cheap in this order. Construction office. We need it. We need more of them. Probably even more of them, but this is at least what I consider to be necessary for us to develop our industries and everything else. It should be nice and smooth episodes if we keep those. I noticed that I think we need more excavators and potentially limit the excavators to work on the roads, but I don't know how much we're going to work in the future on the roads. We have 2 buses and cranes construction offices. I just copied pasted the name here and named them 1 and 2 just so we know which one is which. It's 27th of May when this episode, well, it's end of the winter. I handled all the winter. The cars or Kraz, these 2 Kraz vehicles, they were snow plowing this area perfectly all the way to the city. I didn't go any further. I resolved the issue with the waste. I think it could be temporarily because this is filling up relatively fast, so we're gonna have to start potentially recycling this. This is something I'm really interested in. I love waste, and if we survive by the time it's my turn again, I'm definitely gonna focus on the waste recycling and some of the ideas that I have with this. But if anybody addresses the issue with the waste, my suggestion for now is just pile it somewhere. We can resolve it later. If any of my guys want to, guys or girls want to work on this, perfectly fine. Just go for it. My little trucks, I did the ZIL 133 cistern, and I have the Maz dry bulk trucks here. They're both waiting to be unloaded here with the concrete and the asphalt. Both of these guys are filling in with the resources, so everything is working fine as it should. In the future reference, I prefer to have a tower between the storage where we have the processing plant and where we get the materials. Also bigger storage. I think it's necessary. I would go for at least 1,000 tons of gravel because, trust me, one road that we need to build, it's easy, 1,000 tons of gravel. And as you can see, this is not the fastest thing happening in the world. Yes, we can have more workers assigned, but I don't know how fast they're going to be processing all of this. But anyway, just my 2 cents. Continuing on, we have, I already started doing several things here. We have 3 distribution offices. One of them is being finished as we speak, so it should be done shortly after Kaya's episode. We have import distribution office. I put 4 covered hull trucks and 4 open hull trucks. They are importing everything that we need. We should have food, we should have clothes, electrical components, mechanical components, electronics, chemicals and fabrics, alcohol as well, but they're just on their merry way. Here we go, alcohol. As we speak, alcohol is being delivered. Magnificent. So they're delivering everything that we need. So please, guys, this is our source of everything over here. If you need more of stuff here, depending on what do we need, but most probably open hulls, just purchase more open hull trucks here. They will supply everything. I suggest not sending trucks to the border crossing because we're gonna have problems with the workers being delivered until the city is built. We still need the water supply, we need power supply in the city, and we need sewage resolved. Cheap, wink wink, told me that he has a really genius plan for the sewage. I can't wait to see it in operation. So yeah, thank you, Cheap. Regarding what else do we have here? 3 construction offices, 3 distribution offices. Distribution is import. Distribution is for food / stuff. That would be alcohol, clothing, anything. Again, this needs to be assigned over here, and then loading all these the consumables, food and other stuff, and then choose the shops where it needs to be delivered. Shops, pubs. Also, I suggest that this delivers chemicals to our water treatment plant, so just select this food / stuff. That would be chemicals as well, so whoever needs chemicals, it can get them from here, because chemicals are also being imported into this storage. I did spend $500,000 at least but that's a lot of this is imports, and of course a lot of it's from steel for later stages of construction of some of the other buildings that we're dealing with. So yeah, and the third one is fuel. This is something that we need to upgrade sooner or later. I just decided to do it sooner. So we have Ghent distribution office over here, and I suggest that we move that to new distribution office as soon as it's built. We have the vehicle repair station, small here. It's blocked from further construction. We need water and electricity for this. Just a heads up, we're gonna need distribution office to deliver all the parts for the repairing of the vehicles and yada yada yada, all this good stuff, but this is not needed so early in the game. It's just planned for now. Again, more distribution offices. They can fit in the range of this construction, this repair office, so there's more space to be for it to be built, for these buildings to be built. Again, this is the storage where we get the materials and we move into the city. So I did leave the cinema. As I said, I'm gonna leave this to cheap, either change it or finish it. I have absolutely no problem with that. The suggestion regarding these roads, I don't know, it's a lot of roads here. I don't know how the traffic is gonna react in this, and upgrading this to asphalt is gonna be a nightmare. All these little pieces into asphalt, and people need to finish this. But anyway, shops, I think this is gonna work perfectly fine. My suggestion is here to straight away put the numbers 80, 10, 10, because this is more or less how much food is going to be consumed compared to clothing and electronics. And meat, we can't do anything about it, but Cheap was kind enough to actually build a big meat storage over here. Next up, school built. School is built. I did not build the footpath. I can do it right now, but we need to start also soon enough upgrading this to better quality. So yeah, footpaths are gonna have to be upgraded. I built the asphalt road for the hospital. Hospital is assigned and all the materials are delivered. I think I can even start building this. Let's see, fuel one is almost done, and then we have technical university. They're just working on it. So I'm gonna assign the hospital straight away. Didn't start on the kindergarten yet. I didn't see that the roads were finished, so I'm gonna leave that to Kaya. The buildings are ready for people to move in. Again, if you want to put people in here, we need to allow the citizens to move into these buildings so they can switch from building to building later on. So it needs to be done like this. We have absolutely zero people at the moment, so even if I turn this on, there's nobody's gonna move in, but I don't want to risk it just in case, you know, whatever needs to be done, so needs to be allowed here. This is enough for 540 people, yes. So this is, I think these three buildings would be enough for running the basic town. Definitely we need more residential areas. There are, by the way, these buildings are vanilla. We have a fire station here. We do have another one right over here. That is it covering this one? Yeah, it's covering this one, so this should be kind of protected. Well, a lot of this stuff, not all of it, but should be protected, but you can see that this is kind of iffy. So this fire station that Cheap selected absolutely is a must, so yeah, just a heads up. We need electricity, we need fire trucks, leaving this to Cheap and for Kaya, Frankie and Cheap. Pub is done, needs to be, well, I don't think I'm gonna make this already, but sure. Usually I keep these distribution vehicles to small ones, even though food requires bigger ones because there's always more food to be consumed. So that's why in my Let's Plays I separate this food/stuff into food and stuff, because stuff has smaller trucks and food has big trucks, because more often than not the food that is being delivered to my shops is definitely more than 5 tons. In this case, if we stock this with all the big trucks, it's less nice if we only have big trucks, because they're gonna be delivering, first of all, they're all gonna be the same, second of all, they're gonna be delivering like very few kilos of stuff. Let's say 140 kilos of electronics, and it's gonna be like 6 ton capacity, so you know, it's gonna be not half empty but 90% empty. The last thing I would like to address here is this is working now. Again, I did realign these to get materials from asphalt plant, truck aggregate loading and concrete plant. People and everything else is still on the border crossing. The same thing is with with this one here, everything is going from the border crossing. This distribution office does not have gravel, asphalt and concrete because it doesn't have any vehicles that transport that, so only open and covered hull. Guys, please just redistribute this as you see fit and fit it with vehicles that you see fit. You have another construction office here to be used, and of course these two, as I heard that I believe Frankie built these two. So yeah, this one is set for automation. It has a crane. I did rearrange these two small ones from the border crossing to have the 2 buses and a crane, and the other one also has 2 buses and a crane. So I bought additional bus in each one of them just because we needed more people to finish the construction. So yeah, anything else here? I think that's about it. Right. The waste. Of course, these concrete plant and the asphalt plant, because they're workplaces for people, they produce waste as well. They have huge internal waste storage of 6.5 tons. They have 8 additional containers over here that are being filled. And this is going to be more so of a problem, this gravel processing plant, because the only storage that they have for waste here is, well, this one with 52 tons, and it's already 1/4 full, quarter-ish full. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, description of the video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.